5 steps to select the best foundation. First up, you need to select the formulation that you are looking to use. So, in a general sense of things, most foundations are going to come in a liquid, a cream, a stick, or a powder. Now, the formulation that you decide to choose will also depend on the amount of coverage you are seeking. As in, if you want full coverage, you're not going to be able to get that with a powder. Same thing as if you want light to medium coverage, you may get more coverage than what you're looking for with a liquid. However, the formulation also depicts maybe the step 2 tools you actually want to consider. Now, tools are typically going to be brushes, sponges, and they can also be your fingers, hands, so on and so forth. Now, within the realm of formulation, you can also consider BB creams, CC creams, or even tinted moisturizers. Today, I'm actually wearing a skin tint. This one is actually by Win, which is Serena Williams' brand. Looks something like this for reference. Now, because this is a skin tint, here, although it is a liquid, it is not going to give me a full coverage look, but it is something that can be compared with a concealer and other items to be able to get that full coverage or medium to buildable coverage effect. Number 3, consider the finish that you desire at the end of the look. So, typically, products are going to be created and driven geared toward a particular finish or look. That's usually going to be a matte, a natural finish, or a dewy finish. Now, typically, because many places where people reside, the seasons change. Of course, there are some areas where the seasons kind of stay consistent or they don't experience seasons at all, but for the rest of us, seasons change. So in the winter months, people tend to be more dry because their skin is dry and they want more of a hydrating or dewy look. Whereas in the summer months, where it's far warmer, or if you just live in a warmer climate, people tend to tan and people also tend to become oily, especially in their T-zone of their face. So in that example, a lot of people tend to go for a matte look. It helps control the oil and helps to keep the face more refreshed and i.e. natural looking. Now, if there are certain products that you're looking for, typically you're going to seek out those that have or have created products already for the type of finish, i.e. the desired look that you're seeking. Now, at the end of the day, it is not an end-all be-all. You can, of course, get a dewy or hydrating foundation and pair it with a good setting powder and get a similarly situated for a matte look. I'm Kier. You're watching Kier's Luxe Life, where I bring you all things fun, beauty, luxury, lifestyle, something you're interested in. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification so you're notified when I have a feature upload. Following up, consider the coverage. So many products, like I mentioned earlier, BB creams, CC creams, tinted moisturizers, will give you a light, some medium coverage, but you will not get full coverage with those products. Now, if that's the desire that you're looking for, that's great, and it is something perhaps you could consider moving forward in the future. However, if you're looking for full coverage, there are a variety of products. An example, they can't give you that look. Off the top, Huda Beauty has, of course, the full coverage foundation. Fenty Beauty has some nice full coverage options as well. Then you get into more of the medium to buildable coverage, which touches more on like Too Faced Born This Way, or even NARS Light Reflective, which can be medium or medium to full coverage. And the last one, you must consider the color variety that the brand has created and price. So some brands will have an average between 50 shades or so of colors, especially in a foundation, with a variety of different undertones. With that particular setup, you're more likely to find a match that's going to be closer to your skin tone than a brand that maybe only has 20 shades. Now, of course, skin tints are a bit different because every one shade is going to be a similar representative of what would be 2 or 3 different foundation colors. So that situation is a little different, but for the rest of the lines, you should be able to find something that has a good color or a good color match for you. With that being said, consider the price point. Now, for an average user who's using their product maybe 4 times or so a week and maybe using an estimation of 1 to 3 pumps per use, their foundation product should last about 3 to 4 months. So with that being said, if you're using the same foundation product throughout the year, you will look to use it or re-up on it, maybe an average for 3, some who use it more, 4 times a year. With that being said, there are certain products there where you may be are comfortable within a particular price point, spending that 3 or 4 times a year, and there are certain products where you may not be. Another thing to consider is, like I mentioned, when the seasons change, you may decide you want to get a different product for the summer and a different product for the winter. And I would say that's probably what most clients tend to do. With that being said, I do see a lot of clients, especially during the holidays, they get gift cards and they say, hey, I want to get, an example of Pat McGrath foundation, which is in and around $70, which is fine. I absolutely love the foundation myself. But when it comes time to re-up, they go, hey, I was using this, this product here, but I really love the product, but don't really love the price point. Can we jump into doing something else? And there's nothing wrong with that. Definitely make sure that's something you consider when you're picking out your selection and finding your favorite foundation. And as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what your favorite foundation of the season is, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.